Well, hello, everyone. I am Uncle Rob here in Little Rock, Arkansas on the Uncle Show. I've got my podno over there in Shreveport. What's up, Ryan?
What it is, my man, what it is.
Man, we're just lining these interviews up, man. We get them better and better every single time, man. We've got some good ones coming. This guy right here we've got today has been sent to us by GAC Records with Leon and Beverly. Want to thank Beverly and Leon both for all the support and sending their great artists to us. Got a couple more of their artists coming up here in the weeks to come, but today we've got Mr. Billy Payne. What is up, Billy?
Woo. How you doing, guys? It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Oh man, great to have you here. Tell us a little bit about Billy Payne, man. You've been around for a bit.
Well, yeah, I've been at it now, I guess, around 35 years, and that started in local clubs around home, and
where's home?
In Beckley, West Virginia.
Been there?
Yeah, Beckley, West Virginia. I was Fayette County born and raised, and this is Raleigh County here. So I've been here about 12 years, I guess, where I'm at now. But I've just played all around the tri-state area, and and then across the state line and stuff. And I kind of had the best of both worlds, really, because I lived right in the section where I could be in Kentucky, Virginia, Maryland, Ohio within 2 hours.
Nice.
That was really good for me. But unfortunately, I didn't get to play a lot of some of those places, but I did get to play a lot of them, and it just kept progressing, over the years. Then I won Star Search in '98.
What?
Yeah.
Star Search with Ed McMahon?
Yeah, the Ed McMahon thing, but it was the traveling Ed McMahon Star Search.
Yeah.
And I won that in '98. And
I'm gonna go look that old footage up.
It was filmed for Record Executives, they said, and which I had the footage, but I don't know who all got it. But it was Bruce Goodwin was the host of the show, and they would come from city to city, and I signed up for it and ended up winning first place, and that was in
nice.
'98.
What song did you play?
I think I did a couple Billy Joe Shaver songs, Hottest Thing in Town, and Georgia on the Fast Train, and Neon Moon, Brooks and Dunn songs.
Now that took place in West Virginia?
Yeah, it was actually in a banquet room in a motel.
Hey, it doesn't matter where you're going to win, right?
At least it wasn't in the basement somewhere.
Hey, but if you won, you won. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. And I was really shocked about it, to be honest with you, because I played the night before, never went to bed, and just went straight to the thing the very next morning. And ended up winning first place with my band.
Your voice all raw and wore out.
Yeah.
There was. I remember hearing an interview. I don't know if you remember a country singer by the name of Andy Griggs.
Yeah.
Andy Griggs. I seen an interview with him one time, and he was talking about his studio time. He liked was after midnight. He liked to be there like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because his voice was already strained, and he felt he got a better sound with that strained voice. And I'm like, yeah, if you could sing like that and put out things like How Cool Is That and Heaven Is, do it at 3 in the morning.
It makes a big difference at times. I felt sometimes that morning was best to record, and then I felt at times all day long, waiting all day long has been better. Yeah.
Ryan likes to do it at night, or you did it during the day?
On the West Coast and in Las Vegas, the recording studios are 24 hours, so people will book appointments and sessions at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and you'll find me laying on a couch with my mouth hanging open. I'm out. I am out. I like 9 o'clock to about 2 o'clock, and I make a heck of a showing, and I'm snugged up on the coffee pot the whole time. Then as soon as we get past lunch, I'm in you can just see the steady decline. I'm getting sleepy. When they start mixing, especially, that's the kiss of death on me. People think I've been hanging out with Bill Cosby. I'm over here with my head bobbling around, and I fall out.
He's
it's relaxing.
Rob don't want to laugh, but that's funny. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it, brother. It's hard to, that.
I'm sitting over there. I look like a Satchel Paige bobblehead. I'm sitting there over there at the mixing board, and he's doing that same beat back and forth. When he's mixing, Billy, you know what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
And they always got one of them broke-in couches in there, so I lay down on that couch, and all of a sudden I'm in the arms of an Elvis. I mean, I'm gone, son. Yeah.
It's really relaxing in the studio way after bedtime, for sure.
Woo!
So you're full-time music, or how long have you been full-time music?
I'm sorry?
Are you full-time music, or do you have a job that you go to every day?
Full-time music.
How long have you been full-time?
Last 15, 20 years.
Man, that's nice. You ain't gotta get up and drive to 30 miles to go to work.
Right, yeah.
So what do you like to do in West Virginia, man, besides make music? I mean, do you have time to do something else?
Well, yeah, at times, I'm not gone all the time, which is, I like it that way. I like coming back home for a couple of weeks or so and, going back out. I like that. The short trips are really hard, but, you don't get any rest on those. But I just basically like to just take it easy when I'm not doing anything,
Do some fishing, do some hunting?
I used to, but I don't do that anymore either. I just, I like to visit people at times. Go out and listen to somebody sometimes.
You like to lay on couches in recording studios at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Which leads me to you being affiliated with two great folks, man, Beverly and Leon. How did that come about? You were telling me off camera, you were telling me how that came about. Tell the folks how that was cool.
Oh, about Leon calling?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Leon had mentioned the fact that he wanted me to come down to one of his jam sessions. And we were trying to schedule to where I could get it done, and it just didn't work out because of some personal issues and stuff with him and probably myself too. But at the time, we just couldn't get it together last year. And so I sitting here one day, back in January. It was back in January. And got a telephone call, and we were sitting here in a bunch of ice and snow, and it was Leon calling me. He said, "Hey, is this Billy Payne?" I said, "Yes, it is." He said, "This is Leon Everett." I said, "No, it ain't." He said, "Oh, yeah, brother."
That sounds like him.
Yes, and to be honest with you about it, he really just kicked in like we knew each other forever. It was, you've talked to him already, he's never met a stranger.
Nope.
And he treated me like I was his little brother. And that's the way he treats me now. And it's such a great friendship, and I love working with him, but I would have never dreamed that man would call me and ask me to come down and cut a song with him.
He made me feel the same way when we did our interview, man. Like you said, like I've known him 20 years. What about you, Ryan? Did you get that feeling as well?
He's an absolutely beautiful human being. He's the best kind, because people who just shine from birth, they don't ever even appreciate it in themselves. We all got to dip and rise to truly be able to teach other people how to rise. And he is an incredible, beautiful human being, and light recognizes light. That's why y'all hit it off so good, Bubba.
So he gives you a call. What happens after that?
Well, we decided to get it together, and we scheduled it. Well, here we got another storm came right in after that, and I couldn't go again. So we had to wait for about a month. And finally, I did get to go, and man, it was just something else. It was like magic, We went in the studio, and it's like we'd been working together forever, and had a great time, and got a great cut on the song. And I'm sure that we'll probably do some more stuff, in the not too distant future.
Now, what song did you do?
We did "The Fight Inside of Me," an old Merle Haggard song.
been playing that one on the show, and it's in rotation on a couple of our radio stations. So yeah, I love that one
Cool.
by you guys.
Yeah.
Got a good sound, and Leon sounds just like he did back in the '80s, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
He does. It doesn't sound any different. You know, I don't think he does.
Might even be better.
Yeah. More seasoned. That's what we get, right?
Well, I mean, he was saying that he told us how he came back, and it was like he hadn't been in the studio. I don't remember what he said, Ryan. What, 15, 20 years or whatever? It had been a long while since he had been back in the studio. But as soon as they turned that mic on and he started doing his thing, it was like never stop.
Yeah.
It's like when you're a pro like that, you don't ever forget that.
You know, he was just so easy to work with. You know, he just anything he wanted me to do, I didn't have no problem with it. We had a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. You know, it was really good. I wish we had a whole session, but we just had the one song at the time.
I could tell he'd have a personality that he wouldn't try to get you to do something. He would need you to do something, but you would already want to volunteer to do that because of his personality and his demeanor. Yeah.
I mean, I've been cutting since 1998, and I learned a lot from him that day. And I've been in studio with some good people, you know, and I just learned some extra stuff that really going to come in handy.
Now, you've only cut one song in the studio with him, or I know you're on his record label, so I know you've got to be working on more projects.
Yeah. I think we're going to be doing some new stuff this year, and we've just done the one song so far. Yeah.
Well, it gets played on our stations for sure. Mm-hmm. You do a lot of touring. You were saying that you like where you're at because you're 2 hours away from like 3 or 4 different states.
Yeah.
Does that keep you pretty busy?
Yeah, pretty much so. Especially when I was playing a lot more. You know, I've slowed down a little bit going back and forth down south and stuff now, and had different management. And now that I'm hooked up with Leslie Fricks and Leon on the management now and the record label, I'm sure I'll be hanging out down that way quite a while. And yeah, man, it's I've got to. Over the years, I've been to Spain, I've been to Ireland, I've got to record in Ireland, and and that was a big step for me too, back 8-9 years ago. And just I guess the puzzle of my journey has been coming together, and I didn't even realize it. Because you do something here and then you do something there, and then you wait a little while and do this, you don't realize how much it's building. And I've been very fortunate and very blessed by the good Lord that He's put me on the right path.
I know Ryan is dying to elaborate on that.
No, I'm not. Everything that he's saying is on point. There's a divine design to everything, and we can be still and let the one who makes the wind blow the sail, or we can think we're paddling, and that usually is just going to keep us chasing our own trailer hitch out there in the middle of the duck pond. Yeah. So, and what he said about, you don't even realize it happening. You got a buddy, Adam Grant, said the same thing. He didn't think a whole lot was happening. Then he started naming off movies and all this other stuff that's been going on. I'm like, how can you say nothing's happening? Yeah. We just you don't understand how it's going to fit together, but it's happening. And once you get to where you're going for this leg, it's going to make sense how you got there when you look backwards, but you can't ever tell looking forward. That's
while you're doing it, probably doesn't seem like a whole lot because you're doing it. It's when you sit back and you got time to think about it. Dang, dude, I did 2 movies, recorded 4 albums. That's where it hits you.
Yeah.
Have you toured with some big? You toured on some pretty good tours.
Well, I've opened up for several, like Highway 101, Ronnie McDowell, Dale Reeves back in the Nashville Palace days. I sang there too. Just not a great deal of people, but but the older people like David Frizzell. I haven't really got to go on any like big time superstar stuff, but I think it's working into that.
Those those guys are superstars in their own right for sure, man. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I meant kind of like, during the modern time, of it. But, it's so nice to be able to be affiliated with so many different people, When I got to go to the Grand Ole Opry, I didn't ever played it yet, but when I got to go there and meet up all the singers that are gone now, it's just hard to believe that I got acquainted with these folks during this journey, and it's just been something else.
Well, it's just going to keep growing, man. You'll meet more and more people.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
That's what the tribe is about, man. Just bringing everybody together. Do what, Ryan?
He's in the tribe now. So,
yeah,
Billy,
I'm in the tribe.
I hope you ready, old son, because they coming. Now, once they see you, you are in the tribe, and that's a big, it's your tribe. It's not ours. It's yours.
As soon as you said, thank you for having me, boom.
Yeah, we will.
Signed, sealed, and delivered, baby.
There we go. That's great. Yeah.
And you'll learn what it's all about, man. It's about lifting each other up, and it's about putting everybody to get the best that they could possibly do. It's all about a support system. Mm-hmm. Like I said a while ago, Rhino, this is Rhino's baby. And I'm just helping him do my part, and hopefully we can do good by all of y'all.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate it too. It makes me feel good to be able to talk to anybody about what's going on, because that's the only way you can get the news out there.
Don't let him fool you, Billy. Yeah. Don't let that fella fool you. He's my secret weapon. I mean, he's incredible. He's a radio professional from way back. Yeah. I have always had love for all my radio people. I had personal relationships with them during the record deal days across the country. We kept in touch when we could. Me and Rob just immediately hit it off like that. And this right here, none of this that's happening could be done, not one little bit, if it was not for the Uncle Rob Charles right there.
Yeah.
And I'm humbled by you saying that, but I don't feel that way. I mean, I feel it's all about you, Ryan.
No, sir. It's all about Billy Payne.
That's what I was fitting to say. It ain't about me. It ain't about you. It's about that man right there in the middle.
That's right.
I appreciate that, Phyllis. I really do appreciate you having me on your show. I've been looking forward to it since I found out about it.
Well, we're gonna put it out. It's gonna go out on our home radio station. It's gonna be played 6-7 times that week. But then I have a radio show that this is also going to be incorporated into it. It's called MFZ with Rob Charles. That's the show I've been doing for 4 or 5 years or however long. And that one goes out to 83, 84, however many radio stations. I can't even count anymore. Right. I had somebody the other day ask me, I need a list of all those. I'm like, I can't give you no list, man. I was like, I just, in my head, remember the number of how many it is. Yeah. I said, I really couldn't give you, I could probably give you a list of 50 that I know off the top of my head, but you're going to get heard. This interview is going to be out there, probably be played close to 100 times the week that, this next week or so.
Oh, that's really cool.
Well, in addition to what Rob's saying, and a lot of people don't understand, because we're doing this organically and we self-fund all this. We don't have someone telling us who we're allowed to bring in, because we got control over it. And basically we're the way that we're doing it, it's taking off like a sugarcane fire. We got folks coming in now. We've got other networks and other conglomerates, of clusters of stations. We're looking at right now, there's one that's got like 30-something station, another one that's got like 120-something stations, and they're all coming in. And currently right now it goes out to 192 countries, but it's going to continue just to expand and expand. And these are all the independent radio stations, FM, AM, FM, terrestrial, digital, through the internet. It's the whole thing. We don't, anybody that wants to come on, because we are also not just supporting artists like yourself. but we're also supporting the independent radio stations who are true lovers of music, who used to be why it became Magic before it got so corporatized,
Right.
and everything, and got turned into a monopoly. Those good ones that hung in there because they loved it, they loved you guys, they loved the music you made, they championed it. Those people, now we're, instead of artists trying to go and see if they can get radio people to help them out, we're going and searching for the radio people that we can help out. And so we're doing
we're the middleman in that. We're the middleman between the artists and those other radio stations. Like, we're on iHeartRadio. I put these up on Spotify. It goes out to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Zeno. What did I just say before that? iHeartRadio. It goes to all your major platforms. Just by submitting it to one platform, it distributes automatically. So, I mean, this literally could be heard several hundred, maybe a few thousand times in the next week or so.
That's
by
cool.
millions. By millions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking at, and you know what? I just got a wild thought in my head, Rhino. Maybe one day we can expand this to XM or whatever they're going to be called at the time.
These ain't my church clothes.
He said it ain't my church clothes.
Yeah, let's get to work.
Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you how many albums you got? Where can people find your music?
Well, my music is on every platform available. I have from everything from Amazon to Yahoo, I guess.
Yahoo!
Yeah, my man said Yahoo. That's West Virginia right there.
Depends on where you're from, how you say it, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yahoo! But no, I've been real fortunate to be able to get on all the platforms, and it's my music is available also on my website, billypaynecountry.com. I've got 8 albums out. I've got one in the can I'm waiting to put out. And several more projects works, just here and there. We're just wanting to get in and do some more stuff, because I've got a lot of music that Beverly opened up the catalog. That things that I've recorded over the years with the Waylers, my first 2 albums I cut. My first album in '98 with the Aaron Records out with Jimmy Case in Nashville, and I worked with Buddy Hyatt, and they did him and Jimmy Case did my first 2 albums together, and then it moved on from there to the Waylers when I was asked to start recording with them. I did a show with them in May of 2007, and we walked off the stage, and they just turned around and said, "Hey, Billy, would you start recording with us?" And I was like, surely God didn't say that to me.
So, for folks who don't know who you're talking about, who is that?
Waylon Jennings' band. Yes.
I knew that, but there's probably a lot of folks be like, I don't know who that is.
Right. And I tell you what, it just floored me. I mean, I'm up on stage. Well, I knew Jerry Bridges because Jerry was the one I met when I met Waylon back in '95. And we'd been friends ever since then, but we never got a chance to work with each other until this particular show. And it was just something else for these people that I only knew as a tape or a vinyl album are on stage with me. When we're making music together at the same time, I was like, I can't believe this. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Every time I get with them anyway, even in the studio, I'm constantly telling myself, how am I here? But we've had a really good 18 years of run of it. We've had a good, 19 now.
How long have you been working with Bev?
Well, I started working with Beverly, I think it was in early 24. I knew about Beverly, and she had talked to me a few times, but she was busy in Nashville at the time, working with Buddy Hyatt and other people. And she hadn't really, I don't guess, give a listen to anything I had until she asked me if I wanted to be on her A-team. Then she started going through my music. And and it's been really a really good relationship. She's just ecstatic about the music that I have out. You know,
She loves you.
oh man, she's something else. I appreciate and love her so much. I do, and she's just a great lady. You know, she. It feels good when somebody gets you and believes in you, man. I had that out of the Waylers, but for like a promoter, like in Beverly's sense, it's hard to get people like that to listen to you.
Tell us about your success with the Cashbox chart, the Cashbox magazine. Tell us about that's pretty exciting.
Well, the first time I was on Cashbox was with a song called "I'll Find It Where I Can." And it's a Zach Van Arsdale song, and Richie Albright come up to me, which I have to tell this to make the story be right. We were in session, and he came in with this song, and he said, "I think you need to record this song." I looked at it, and I said, "Well, ain't this the same song that, Joe's son and Jerry Lee Lewis, Waylon and James Garner?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "And you think I need to cut it?" He said, "I think absolutely need to cut it." I said, "Okay." Well, it wasn't long after we cut, Richie passed away. And I know he got to hear it, but what was really something is she picked that song to be a single. And man, it just started shooting up the charts.
She being Beverly.
Beverly, yeah. And it went to number one, man, and I just couldn't believe it. It lingered around, come in around 92, and it shot up about 20 spots every time. And that opened up the door for more people wanting to hear me. And, gosh, I don't know the DJs that were playing the song.
That's a boost. That is definitely a boost to your confidence.
Oh, yeah. And it being, funny thing was, it being a Waylon song and recommended by Waylon's drummer for me to cut it, and I was like, man, I can't believe this. So after that's over with, Beverly picked this time song. And it went to number one in March. And if I'm not mistaken, they told me it hit Cashbox 50 years to the day that Waylon put it.
Wow. Yeah. You got some extra sensory things going on there.
Kind of like a little help from above, I think.
Yeah, divine intervention. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
And, and I really felt that, too, because, this song was not planned to even be on the project. I had cut this song live with the Waylers on soundstage in Nashville for a press kit. And so when I got done with the album, I got a hold of Barney Robertson, which was Waylon's piano player. And he was producing the session as well, Jerry Bridges. And I just shot him the song, and I said, "Hey, look on my hard drive you got there under the desk, and see if you can pull a couple of songs out for me." And that one and another one that I had on the hard drive. Excuse me. I just got over a cold. But anyway, he pulled it up and remixed it a little bit because, he added some piano and some harmony vocals in the back along with the rest. And it sounded like we did it the same day. And as soon as Beverly heard, she said, "I got to put this song on the chart." That's how that happened. And now here we are looking at in June. Well,
right now, yeah. Here
we are.
I got news today that it's number one again.
See, that's amazing. I don't know what to think.
Now, how long has it been on the chart? Like 4 months?
I think she said something like 5.5, 6 months, something like that, on top 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
That gotta applaud that, man. That 100%, man.